CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Matt Piper in New York. About 60 million Americans have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. 30 million are fully inoculated. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky on those who can try to get back to normal once vaccinated.
CDC recommends that fully vaccinated people can visit with other fully vaccinated people in small gatherings indoors without wearing masks or physical distancing.
CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus.
Over time, as the numbers of vaccinated go up in the country, these recommendations will change and enable more things to happen out of the home.
High schools in New York City will be back open in 2 weeks for the first time since November. In Detroit, kids were back in classes today.
Some 20,000 public school students here in Detroit back in the seats.
Can a lion survive in a tundra?
No.
Why?
Because it's too cold for it.
Detroit Teachers Union President Terrence Martin says so far only 20 to 30% of his membership opting to return.
One of the reasons really just an apprehension about coming back to face-to-face instruction and a healthy understanding of the trauma that we've all gone through over the past year.
Vicki Thomas for CBS News, Detroit.
On that near $2 trillion COVID relief bill, the House is expected to say yes to it tomorrow. Then, says White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, President Biden will sign it into law.
The plan that the Senate passed this weekend puts us one huge step closer to passing one of the most consequential and most progressive pieces of legislation in American history.
To Minneapolis, where jury selection was put on hold in the trial of Derek Chauvin, accused of killing George Floyd. The court is deciding whether to reinstate a third-degree murder charge. Prosecutors there demonstrated peacefully, says Minneapolis Police Chief Medaria Arendado.
As we've said from the very beginning, we can have large gatherings and we can do so with them being peaceful. And so for all of you who participated in your First Amendment constitutional right, we want to say thank you for doing that peacefully.
It's been 3 weeks since a winter storm wreaked havoc on Mississippi, and some are still without running water.
They are still trying to recover in Jackson, Mississippi after last month's powerful storm, but it's taking longer than anyone expected. The city's water system was seriously damaged.
We won't be satisfied until water is restored to every single home.
Shoki Antar Lumumba is the city's mayor. He says several hundred residents still do not have safe water.
It is an illustration of the fact that cities are in need of resources to repair aged infrastructure.
He says this is part of a long-term problem.
Correspondent Steve Futterman, the Dow gained 306. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. That's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? $2 trillion. Where does that money go? I know it doesn't go to you, and I definitely know it doesn't go to me. $2 trillion. It goes somewhere. I don't know where, but not to the working man or woman. But anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm in a work truck now with a hurt shoulder, and I'm still chugging along, as they say. But for you, well, as always, I'd like to thank you. Yes, you, for coming on with me on these little adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that newsy jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.